because I had no idea. You can literally walk up to the Capitol steps and like obviously I went there and I said. Yeah, okay, but it's different than that. But this is different. I'm saying, like, even when they're in session, you can literally go up there, and there's people from TMZ there. There's all kinds of other media figures. And what happens is even though I sexually harassed her, people are like, oh, you just did that. No, I had this plan from the start. I talked about it on Sarah Gonzalez's show on The Blaze. I told her, and I said it on InfoWars. I said I'm going to call her a big booty Latina because she just posted a video talking about how she's getting her nails done. She just posted a video about how she said everybody wants to date her. She always talks about how everything. She always sexualizes everybody. So my point being is I go and I troll a lot of politicians. I trolled Dan Crenshaw. I got him to totally go off sides. I called him Eye Patch McCain. He ended up tweeting about me. And, he ended up getting totally ratioed. I ended up, they played it on Tucker Carlson. It was a big deal. My point being is you can go into any politician and be like, hey, you suck. I did that to Adam Kinzinger. I said, you're a douchebag. You're a what?
Right?
Well, exactly. But my point being is a politician, they'll just ignore that. But with AOC, I didn't want to waste that opportunity. My dream person, I want to get LeeAnn Omar. The thing is, I flew there knowing I was going on Tim Pool's show. So I only had about a day and a half of like time where I could go in front of the house. And after the first day I was there, I spent like 4 hours in front of the house. I got AOC. I got some other politicians, Jamie Raskin. Some politicians I couldn't get because I almost couldn't recognize them because they got out of the car so fast and on the steps. I'm like jacking around. You'd be surprised how fast they walk in the building because I'm friends with Marjorie Taylor Greene now. I did her podcast. Yeah, I am. I'm name dropping because she's a badass. What I'm saying is MTG. When she walks in, all the time they call her the C word. They call her the B word. They say you suck. They say really mean stuff. So hecklers and harassers aren't new on the. Yeah, no, the CUNT. Okay, what I'm saying is
well behaved for YouTube.
Yes. So what I'm saying is they call them disgusting stuff. They don't necessarily film it and try to do it in selfie mode like me to post it on the internet because I'm a psychopath. But my point being is my whole plan the whole time is I'm going to actually sexualize her. I'm going to take it to the limit without going too far, knowing and hoping that she was going to get a response, that I was going to get a response from her. Because it doesn't matter. If you don't get a response, the heckling doesn't matter, right? It's almost worthless. I had no idea that she would have that response, that she would stop, she'd do the selfie, and then she would proceed to make 10 Instagram videos talking about me, talking about how she's a victim, because I said she has a big booty Latina and she's hot like a tamale. Yet Jill Biden, 2 days before, compared Mexicans to breakfast tacos. So it just shows you, she wouldn't say anything about Jill Biden saying that, but I call her a hot tamale. Oh, I'm Robert E. Lee. I'm General Robert E. Lee. I might as well run the Confederate Army. She is a victim. She's a phony and a fraud.
Taco fix your roof?
Well, let me tell you something. And she said, you just said the best words, Brittany. You said cuck. Her fiance was there the whole time walking the dog, didn't say anything. Yeah, that's him. That was him right in front of us. So I cucked him. Yes. And I complimented her. I said, you have a big booty Latina. That's in Texas. You say that's your housekeeper when they do a good job cleaning. I mean, that's just standard operating procedure. You say that at the taqueria when you get a good taco. You say, thank you. You do say that. You say, oh, thank you. That's and you. Well, we can't hear you. Oh my gosh, no.
Wait. What's happening?
That's a foot.
That's a huge foot. Touch it. Touch the foot. This is There's 2 feet.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That is egregious, Venti. That is flagrant. That is not. That is bold.
What is wrong?
I am suffering from secondhand embarrassment so bad right now.
Do you have any socks? Just put a
Touch
sock
her.
on.
No, don't.
Venti, take off your old socks and put your socks on those feet.
No.
I am dead. I am dead.
Her one foot was so messed up.
These
looking.
people think
It was
like bus is their living room.
Grab something with it.
These dirty, disgusting bus people, and you know who I mean when I say that. They just, ugh. All right, I'm sorry. Alex. Where were you? Okay, Alex. So you're saying you knew she'd be there. Her husband was not there. So he was walking the dog.
Well, I didn't know. I just knew they'd be in session, and I was hoping to get LeeAnn Omar and be like, "You married your brother," but obviously AOC. I talked about it before. I was like, obviously, I want to see AOC. I want to sexualize her. I want to hit on her because I want to pretend like I did. No, Ilhan Omar married her brother, her Somalian brother, in order
for real, like real brother.
Yes.
Well, yeah, in order to get citizenship. And he's actually gay and lives in London now because it got exposed. But what I'm saying is,
sorry, I just didn't know that.
That's fair. Yeah, there's a lot. Listen, I don't know everything either myself. When you find new information, you're kind of like, what? But yeah, you got to look into Ilhan Omar marrying her brother. My point being, so I didn't know that I would see her, right? And she's wearing the mask. And right before that, I had gotten a fight. I should have taken a picture of the guy's camera. I ended up becoming friends with him, like the TMZ camera guy. So, like, my point being is that AOC was totally virtue signaling. She's wearing her mask, like walking up. She had her dog. She's there with her fiance. Like, she's like, you think she's like going to like her sorority or something, not about to go into Congress and vote like our lives way. As soon as we do the thing, her one of her staffers comes out and like, gets all aggressive in my face. So, okay, hold on. Sorry.
Take the awkward selfie of you.
Okay. So sorry, my point being.
Is that AOC texting me right now?
No, I got it. It's actually from Charlie Kirk. That's why I gave it my attention. Yeah. I'm a pimp. I'm going to SAS Student Action Summit. Student Action Summit this Friday night, Saturday night, 22nd through the 24th, Tampa, Florida. Be there. It's going to be wild, child. Okay, my point being.
I love watching you blow up before my very eyes. Like I knew you 6 months ago when you had 4 followers, and now Charlie Kirk.
I had more than 4. I had more than 4, but yes, I had a successful show 6 months ago. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was not. It's not what it was today. Regardless. Okay. Sorry, I'm yelling. Okay. So. I sexualize her. She like doesn't get it. She like does the selfie because like she's just so caught up in her own thing.
She didn't know how to react. You can see that.
Yeah, she just was like, what the heck? He's saying I got a nice booty. Then she goes and proceeds to lie about me. She makes all these Instagrams. But before that happened, one of her staffers comes out like with their phone, like all aggressive, like puts it in my face. And that's a picture. I'm like this smiling, like. And the reason why is like they're like trying to like act like I'm scared. I give them a card. I'm like, here's my business card. I'm Primetime Alex Stein. I work at the Blaze. Like I'm a person. I'm not. Well, I'm just trying to say like they're trying to act like I'm just some random person. I was like,
you're not a random
I'm not.
You're more than that.
I am a creep. I'm just not random.
You're a creep with creds. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a credentialed creep. So then when she figures out who I am, that's where she made like the legendary video where she's like in reverse selfie mode and you see me like wave at her. She's like, oh, this pervert. And I'm like a tourist. Like, hey. And then she goes on to be the victim and say that I called her juicy. I said, oh, look at that juicy ass. I never said juicy. I never said ass. I said booty.
She added that juicy in herself. She wanted it. She wanted you to be more of a creep. Which is why she deleted her tweet, because when your actual footage came through, it was not that bad. It was all compliments. And she made it look like you were calling her slurs because she did like asterisk, asterisk, asterisk Latina. But he's not a curse word. I don't know. She should be soaking in these compliments because one day they're going to stop.
I agree.
Enjoy them now. Well, you're young.
And you played the best clip. Like she was like famous for making that music video where she's like dancing very sexually and like humping and gyrating. Like she wants to act like she's just some prude, yet she freaking loves abortion. She loves when libs of TikTok sexualizes children. Like literally, she does not care about all these teachers like reading pornographic material in front of a kid. God forbid I say you have a big booty Latina and that you're sexy. And did you see the dress? I would like all the ladies on here to agree. Yeah. Was that not a sexy dress that she was wearing?
Yeah, it was.
It's a hot dress.
She's a breakfast taco Elle Woods.
She was feeling herself that morning. She woke up. She goes, "I'm gonna wear this tight white dress to go vote." Okay, yeah, no one needs to see her ass like that to go vote. She wanted somebody to catcall. She's from the Bronx, like what Brittany said. Like you're from the Bronx, you know what's gonna get a catcall.
Yeah, and I promise you, every block she gets catcalled. Every day she lived there. I promise you.
Heffelfinger, Alex brings the harassment and the sex appeal. Honestly, one man's sexual harassment is another man's compliment that they treasure for years.
Sounds like a troll comment. It's fine. Keep them coming. For $10, that's fine.
I think you bring the sex appeal. Again,
well, I was trying to sexually harass her, though. So, I'm not going to lie. I was trying to be sexual for sure.
Why didn't we make Alex wear a wig? Were you at any point, like, Alex, did anybody... like look at you? Were there any kind of security looking at you sideways? Like, did you feel like I'm gonna get reprimanded or something?
She tweeted about it. She told the Capitol Police. They came and they talked to me. They took my ID. They ran me for warrants. And then I was like, am I under arrest? Am I being detained? I should have filmed it, but I was like, it kind of happened so fast. All of a sudden I'm talking to them and I just wanted to talk my way out of it instead of whip out my cell phone. So even though I'm not afraid, when I usually get accosted by the cops, I whip out my phone, but I don't know. It's just kind of a different energy because there's 3 cops. Yeah. Well, this time it was 3 cops. They came at me, they walked to me, and I was like, guys, I'm a YouTuber. You know, I mean, what, come on. I'm joking. Yeah. They're like, yeah, we heard there's some complaints you're sexualizing members of the Congress.
And you're like, look at her. Look what she's wearing.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, you're not wrong. Here's my ID. I shouldn't even give him my ID. I should have just left. But I gave my ID and then they ran it. And then I don't have any warrants or anything. And I was like, all right, well, am I under arrest? Am I being detained? They're like, no. I was like, all right, well, then I left. So they did intimidate me to leave. That's the problem. I would have got a lot more content. But, you know, I went back the next day, but I was doing so many interviews and that thing went so viral that I only spent like 2 hours out there. And it wasn't like when they were walking in and out, so I didn't really get any people. But now I'm going the second week of September. I'm going for a week, Chrissy, and I'm not stopping. I'm getting Bernie. I'm getting right. And I call out people on the right too. People are like, oh, you're alt right. I call out Dan Crenshaw. I call out Ted Cruz. I call out these people that are giving $80 billion to the Ukraine. Listen, all these politicians, they literally are all scumbags. I don't care what side you're on. Of course, I lean more conservative, but these conservative ones, it's like Joe Manchin. He's a liberal. He's doing conservative stuff. So if you're some liberal, you should get mad at him. So my point being is just because they have a D or R next to their name doesn't mean they're an America first person. And I'm America first all the way.
I don't like or trust any fucking politician. The Democrats are goddamn terrible too.
You made AOC cry.
Kinda, yeah, metaphorically. Star Wars girl. She made 11 Instagram videos about me, like calling me a lot
she
of
was
stuff.
so happy you did that. You gave her something to like complain about. She loves it so much. She's so thankful that you did that.
I agree.
Because when you first did it, she went up to you and like gave you a peace sign. I'm pretty sure she was just trying to prove that she wasn't bothered. But then like after trying to prove she wasn't bothered, she went and made like 12 videos about it. I'm like, lady, what are you doing? Like she spent like 3 hours that night complaining about you.
Yeah, and she
talk about that she knows.
And she screen recorded the video and posted it on her own thing and has like 5 million hits on Twitter. She's like, oh, I don't want to give this guy, this extreme right guy, attention. Yet she like posted my video. And then on top of that, she went and came out of the Capitol and admitted that January 6th was an inside job and threw the Capitol Police under the bus.
That was pretty good. That was ridiculous.
That was really good. All because I said, look, you got a big, big booty Latina, which isn't even a freaking, that's nice. And her booty's not that big.
First time that she mentioned anything like that about Jan 6 being inside job?
Yeah, are you kidding? Yeah, that's the first time ever. That's why that was a big deal. And everybody's getting
helped her break news. Broke her, Alex.
And Chrissy, this is an annoying thing. Everybody's like, I'm so mad at you, people that don't understand the timeline. She admitted that January 6th was an inside job, and all they're doing is talking about her big booty Latina comment. I'm like, it was a big booty Latina comment that got her so mad that she went in and voted for 3 hours and threw the Capitol Police under the bus because the Capitol Police didn't protect her from me, which they did. They came back and talked to me, and I didn't say anything illegal. So the Capitol Police was right there watching it, saying, oh, you're a big booty Latina, you're sexy. That's not a crime. So
you're also not anything that anyone needs to be protected from.
No. Didn't you say they called Marjorie Taylor like way worse?
Yeah, the CUNT, they call her all kinds of stuff, and they see it. There's harassers that harass other. I didn't realize it. That was my first time to DC like that. I went one time as a kid, like in high school. You know, I didn't know you can go right up to the Capitol steps. I'm gonna start going every month. I'm going the second week of September, and I'm going right back to those steps. I'm gonna get all of them.